In section 3.9 of Unit 3, what we're looking at are automatic stabilizers. So automatic stabilizers are going to be discretionary versus non-discretionary. And what I mean by that is, think about a movie, or actually it used to be on CDs. It would say, at viewer discretion advised. Discretion means by choice, okay? So with fiscal policy and government spending and taxes, those things are at the discretion of the government. That means they choose to do them. Non-discretionary means they're automatic and they're going to happen anyways. And things that are discretionary are income taxes and transfer payments. I'm sorry, they're non-discretionary because they don't choose to do those. And these things, what I mean by discretionary or non-discretionary, is that our Congress or lawmakers would have to act and actually create a law, and that takes time. These things are from previous legislation, and that means that they're already done and set in place. So, income taxes and transfer payments. So, pretty much the business cycle with its ups and downs, it's going to be mitigated or slowed or sped up somewhat by these non-discretionary things like taxes and transfer payments. So an example of a transfer payment, and transfer payments are not counted as GDP. And the reason they're not counted as GDP is because that money's already been taxed and it's already been accounted for. So a transfer payment is, say, like unemployment insurance or benefits. So when we start to go into a recession in the business cycle, so say we have our ups and our downs of our business cycle. Remember, we have a lot of unemployment right here. We have a lot of inflation right here. Now, what those automatic stabilizers do is when we start to have a recession, we don't want it to get too bad and have to have policy to fix it. So we want those stabilizers, once things start to go bad, this is my daughter's green crayon, and if things are getting bad, these will kick in anyway. So if we start to have sizable unemployment, that's where the unemployment benefits would kick in. That means those are already done, or some people call this unemployment insurance. So when people start to lose their jobs, they're going to apply for these benefits, and we think they're going to go out and spend that money in the economy. So therefore, consumption is going to increase. And of course, what does that lead to? Aggregate demand increasing. So that is an example of how transfer payments, because the money is really being taken from the government and handed to people or transferred, so they don't exactly earn it. But their employers have been paying into unemployment insurance all along. The Texas Workforce Commission does that for us. So at the same time, as people start to spend money, they are going to pay more tax. And as people start to earn money, they're going to pay more income tax. So these taxes will actually slow spending down. So taxes will slow spending down and keep this from getting to where we need some kind of fiscal policy. So whenever that fiscal policy is needed is when things are bad, and they take time. So that's how these transfer payments are going to do the job of fiscal policy without having to actually enact it. So unemployment insurance, temporary assistance from the government, things like that. So on the contractionary side, income tax, corporate tax, unemployment payment cuts. So if our government chooses to cut unemployment, that is a policy action. Okay? Expansionary things can be like unemployment payments, government assistance. Okay, so that is pretty much it on automatic stabilizers.